He is here today. You folks met him earlier, and we're going to reintroduce him. From Kyani Corporate, please welcome. Everybody stand up and give a nice aloha welcome to Tyler Sharp.
Woohoo! Okay! Happy birthday!
Here. I didn't know I was stuck here. I might have put the other thing on. Darn it. Well, that's all right. Well, aloha!
Aloha!
Danny, it's so great to be here today. I am so excited about being able to share this moment with each of you. Working with a number of the leaders to be able to make this event happen. Fantastic place. Free parking, right? Free parking. That's always a great thing. Lots of products to be able to give away. Really exciting day. My name is Tyler Sharp from the corporate office. And just absolutely thrilled to be with you. We had a chance to be able to do a big tour this week. Started in Kauai, then Maui, and the Big Island, and then we get the opportunity to be here with each of you on Oahu. Now, we have a little iPad that we're going to be giving away here in the next little bit. We had a contest in March about the $4.99 pack, yeah? Anybody take advantage of that, enroll some other distributors with the $4.99 starter pack? We have a contest to see who has the most starter packs in the month of March that they were able to enroll the distributors with. And we'll be giving this away here in a little bit. It's an iPad, not an iPad 2, not the original. Came out about 2 or 3 weeks ago. So somebody's going to win this today, right? Somebody's going to win this today. Now, I want to do something. I don't know if somebody can turn the house lights up. Is that a possibility? Can somebody do that? We have a little thing called Facebook, and we have a Kyani Inc. Facebook page. And this is one of the things that I like to do when I go to these different meetings, is to be able to take a picture of the crowd, and we have a huge crowd with us today. So I'm going to take a picture of you in just a couple of minutes. I'm going to ask each of you, I'm going to get on the count of 3 to give us your biggest aloha when I take this picture, okay? So here we go. On the stage.
Tag me, tag me. Yeah, tag me too.
I got to stand back. Okay. Give me your biggest aloha on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. That's going on Facebook today. Nice. Perfect. Thank you very much. That was great. Well, it's a privilege to be able to be here. You can go ahead and change that slide to the next one if you would. This next slide, I want to be able to talk about personal development today. But some of those individuals on the next slide that we have are just absolutely self-driven people. They're highly competitive people. Go ahead and change that to our Kyani founders. On your right, we have Carl Taylor, who's one of our co-founders. On your left, Dick and Gail Powell, and then right there in the middle, our chairman of the board, Mr. Kirk Hansen. These people all have been so successful in their own traditional businesses. Give a hand. They've all been so incredibly successful with what they have done in the traditional businesses, and they have brought you Kyani. They're passionate, they're driven, and I got to tell you, they are self-motivated people. They get up every morning early, and they make great things happen. With Carl Taylor in his farm, and with Kirk Hansen and his oil distribution, and Dick and Gail Powell, they've had a cinnamon bun franchise all over the western United States, and they're currently serving a mission for their church. So it's really exciting to be able to be a part of each one of these individuals. On our next slide, I want to share with you our Kyani vision. We have three purposes to Kyani. We want to bring fantastic, wonderful, incredible, and impactful products to each of you and to people all over the world. We make them better all the time. We did that with our Nitro Effects. We made it Nitro Extreme this time last year. 60 days ago in Waikoloa, we had a chance to be able to introduce some new improvements that we did with our Sunset product. We are making products better, more efficient, a greater impact for each of you, for our customers and for our distributors. The second piece of our vision is we want to be able to provide a financial opportunity for anybody that's willing to get out of their comfort zone and share the Kyani products. And all of you are doing that. You're here today for that purpose. Third purpose, we want to be a $1 billion company by the year 2020. Now, does anybody know when Kyani got started? 2007. We got started in 2007. That's when the Hansons and Sagers came on board. So we got started in August of 2007. That's not even 5 years ago. We want to be a $1 billion company by the year 2020, yeah? That's our goal, that's what drives us, and we can't do any of that without our customers and without our distributors. That's you. 5 years we've been in business, not quite. 2020, that would be from 2007 to 2020, that's 13 years. There have been other network marketing companies that have been able to get to $1 billion within about 17 or 18 years. We want to do it within 13, and we know that we can do it, and we're headed in that direction. So we know where we're going to be in 5 years. There's no question about it. There's a couple things I want to be able to kind of illustrate this a little bit. Becky Purcell, she's our red diamond that we have within the company. She's very, very, very close to double red diamond. She almost hit it in the month of March. Incredibly close for us to be able to have our first double red diamond. Do you realize that she has not been with the company for more than 4.5 years? That's it. Mike Akagi, right over here, green diamond. Very, very close to purple diamond himself. He's been with the company, building the business for just over 3 years. Marcus Dahlgren, he's our purple diamond over in Sweden. He's been building the business for just about, right about 3 years. That's less than 5 years. So let me ask you, do you know where you want to be in 5 years? Incredible things are going to happen within that period of time, whether you're with Kyani or whether you're not. Some of you, many of you, I hope, are going to be our blues, our greens, our purples, our reds, our double reds, and whatever else we have beyond that. Black diamond, white diamond, I don't know what we're going to have beyond that. We'll have to introduce some new ranks. Because as Kyani continues to grow over the next 5 years, many, many, many of you are going to be a part of that substantial and incredible growth. And that's just absolutely exciting to be a part of that. So how many of you in here want to be a red diamond, by the way? Woo! Oh, yeah, great. Do you have a plan to get there? Yeah. Do you know how you're going to do it, or what you're going to do in this next 5 minutes, the next hour, the next day, the next week, the next month, the next year, to be able to get yourself to red diamond? You have a plan. That's great. I'm glad that you've got a plan, because obviously if you fail to plan, then you plan to fail, right? That's what they say. What are some of the things that keeps you going, though, in this plan, and your directions and your goals that you have? Tyler Sharp. Call me every day, you'll get to diamond. Is that what you said about 5 or 6 months ago, right, Mike? Call me every day like Sherry Kalikaki does, and you'll get to diamond. I do what I can. You know, I'm here to help out. There's no question about that. Everybody has different reasons. Everybody has a different pace set. Everybody has a different mindset and how they're going to grow, where they're going to grow, and when they're going to do it. But think of your why. What is it that you do every single day that helps you to get up and to talk to everyone that you know about Kyani? Do you have different things that motivate you? Do you have different things that push you along and make you want to move and share Kyani with everyone? You know, a lot of people ask me, you know, why Marcus Dahlgren? Why Becky Purcell? Why Mike Akagi? What makes them special? What makes them different that enables them to be able to get to these different ranks and not me? And I say to them every time they ask me this, is they are focused. They're laser focused. They know what their why is. And they utilize different resources in this business to be able to help them every single day to be successful, to be excited, to be motivated. I'm sure that, I don't know that I've ever seen it, but maybe Mike Akagi gets, you know, maybe has a cause for pause now and again. And he needs something to be able to get him excited and motivated and pumped. You know, actually, that's probably not true. I think you're just genuinely all out there all the time. But each of us, we have different things that keep us motivated, that keep us Kyani strong. I have a clicker up here, Scott. How about that? I didn't know that. Sherry Kalikaki, she loves the Jim Rohn audios. She absolutely loves those. Scott Yamaguchi, Building Your Network Marketing Business by Jim Rohn. Mike Akagi, he loves Rich Dad, Poor Dad, and 1 Minute Millionaire. Those are some tools that he uses to continue to move forward. And I cannot see what that next one. Jeanette Wyau, she uses Journey to Success. Melissa Ramos, Danny Johnson, she loves to listen to Danny Johnson. Pumai, Hillsong Christian Music. Havea, Susan Sly. She had a quote from Susan here just a few minutes ago. Taki, The Greatest Salesman in the World by Og Mandino. Every one of your leaders rely upon something to help them to develop personal development and to be a little bit more, to push themselves, to be a little bit more successful every single day. For me, it's Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. I absolutely love this book, listening to the audio, as well as read the book quite a bit. And there's a particular quote, no matter where you are in life, whatever your desire can be yours. For me, this book has not only changed what I think, but the way that I think. How many of you have read this book before? quite a bit if you've listened to the audio or you've had a chance to read this book. At the beginning of the book, there's a particular instance where Thomas Edison comes across this gentleman that wants to go into business with Thomas Edison, not for, but with Thomas Edison. And Thomas Edison, years later, he recalls when he first met this particular man. And this man was so driven that Thomas Edison could see it in this man's eyes. And he says this, he says, when a man really desires a thing so deeply that he is willing to stake his entire future on a single turn of the wheel in order to get it, he is sure to win. And there's no question about that. You've got that look in your eye, you're gonna make it happen. And there's a number of you that have that look in your eye. And as Kirk Hansen said at Waikoloa 60 days ago, the eye of the tiger, he's got that. A lot of you have that eye of the tiger in your eye. You're headed for that direction. There's a story in this, in the Napoleon Hill's Think and Grow Rich that I love. It's called 3 Feet from Gold. And it's a great story. I don't know if you recall it, but during the gold rush days, there's a person named R.U. Darby, his uncle. And they were caught up in the gold rush fever. They went west. They were from Maryland. They went west to Colorado to seek their fortune, to dig gold, and to see what they could come up with. So they got to work with a pick and a shovel. After weeks of labor, they were rewarded with the discovery of ore, and but they needed machinery in order to be able to dig it up. So they went back to Maryland, where they were from. They talked to some friends, relatives, some family members, and they decided that they were going to help them out. So they got together this machinery, and they shipped it back out to Colorado. Well, R.U. Darby and his uncle, they went back out to Colorado, and they started digging for this gold. And they went back to work. The first car of ore that they found proved that they had one of the richest mines in all of Colorado. The second car, the third car, the fourth car, they were able to clear off all of their debts that they had. And after that, they knew they were going to kill it with the profits. They knew that they were going to hit it big. So down with the drill and up with the hopes of making it big with finding the gold there in Colorado. Then something happened. The vein of gold disappeared. They had come to the end of the rainbow, and there was no more gold at the end of that rainbow. So they desperately drilled on, hoping and praying to be able to pick up that vein of ore once again, but to no avail. Finally, after weeks of this, they decided to quit. They were just done. So they sold the machinery to a junk man for a few $100s. They took a train and they went back to Maryland, where they continued to live their lives. Well, the junk man was smart. He had some sense in him to be able to call and talk to some people that knew more things, that knew some different things than he did. So he called up a mining engineer, and this mining engineer came to the mine, did some calculations, ran some tests, and he determined that had R.U. Darby and his uncle dug just another 3 feet in this direction, that they would have come across this gold again. The junk man did exactly what the mining engineer said, precisely where it was suggested that gold would be found. He found it. That junk man took away millions and millions of dollars in gold and just dug 3 more feet. That's all the work that he had to do, because he was wise enough to talk to somebody that had a little bit more inspiration and guidance and direction than he did. R.U. Darby, when they heard about this discovery, and his uncle, they just wondered what their lives would have been like had they dug another 3 feet. Does that happen to us sometimes in our lives? Before success comes in life, we're sure to meet with some temporary disappointments, with some frustrations, maybe even with a little bit of failure. That happens to most everyone that's successful. When defeat overtakes a person, the natural tendency is to quit. That's definitely the wrong thing to do. That's what most people do, but the greatest success often comes in times when it's just one step beyond the point of when you want to quit. And think about that. That's when you need different tools to help you to be excited, to be successful, to be able to move forward. Now, I'm going to show you a couple slides here. This is me and my wife. When was it? This was in Vail, Colorado. We had a Kyani retreat, and we were doing some zip lining with a whole bunch of distributors. Some of you are in here. Was that fun, Melissa? Did you have a good time with that? Blast. Absolutely so much fun. This is last August, when we went to Vail. And I chose this picture because it makes me look really tubby. And I'm kind of a chomp right there. This next picture right here, it's a little bit dark, hard to see it, was about 60 days ago in Waikoloa. Ronnie Miranda there on your left, and then Havea right there on my right, my wife there on the far right. And do I look a little bit better?
Yeah.
Yeah, 26 pounds later. I've been on a journey, and some of these things that I've done, I've tried from September to Waikoloa. You know, I started to lose some weight, and I've lost about 26 pounds, and I'm trying, and it's something that I'm doing to change my lifestyle. And so I'm working really hard on it. But for me, one of the things that I love to do when I'm a little bit down, or maybe I'm trying to exercise, and I love to listen to 80s music. How many of you are fans of 80s music? Yeah. Okay. Here's my top 4 right here. OMD, boy, you know, you're up here on stage and you forget things. OMD, If You Leave, is my number 1 that I love. Depeche Mode, Just Can't Get Enough. Pet Shop Boys, Suburbia, and Bryan Adams, Summer of '69. Those are my top 4. I have 91 tracks of 80s music on my iPod that I listen to all the time. And this gets me going. This makes me want to move. This makes me want to push forward. And it motivates me to continue to try to lose weight, especially when I'm working out. So those are some different things that I use for personal development, that I use to continue to move. But what causes you to stretch beyond what you thought that you could do? So much is based upon mindset. If you've seen other people do it, experience it, love it, it makes you want to try harder. You've probably heard of this, of a runner by the name of Roger Bannister, yeah?
Yep.
And I want to just kind of go over his experience again. He was the one that broke the 4-minute mile. Ran it in the 1 minute, or excuse me, the 1 mile, and he broke it in under 4 minutes. And the event took place on May 6th of 1954, so a number of years. For years, for decades, it was widely held that the body was physically incapable of breaking the 4-minute mile mark for a mile. And so everybody thought, okay, we got to do it, but nobody was able to do it. But on May 6, 1954, Roger Bannister had been trying. He's an Englishman, and they were at a track meet in Oxford, in England, and he thought to himself, I can do this. I can make this happen. Well, the winds kicked up, and he decided that he wasn't going to try. The winds kicked up again. He decided he wasn't going to try. So he saved his energy to try to break the 1 mile in under 4 minutes at another track meet. Just before the race started, he decided he was going to do this. He was going to push forward and make this happen. He had a couple of buddies that he had talked to and said, hey, can you guys set the pace for me as we do this? He said, absolutely. We're going to see that you do this. So he ran with these buddies of his, and they set the pace, and they ran hard, they ran fast. At some point, Roger Bannister kicked past them, and he says, I'm going to do this, I'm going to make this happen. The stadium announcer, when the whole race was over, he excited the crowd by delaying the announcement of the time that Bannister ran as long as possible. This is what the announcer said. Ladies and gentlemen, here is the result of the event 9, the 1 mile. First, number 41, Roger Bannister, Amateur Athletic Association, formerly of Exeter and Merton College's Oxford with the time, which is a new meeting and a track record in which subject to ratification will be a new English native, British national, all-comers, European, British Empire, and world record. The time was 3, and the crowd went wild, and everybody was screaming and yelling because they knew that he had broken that record. And the announcer wasn't even able to finish what he had said, but he ran that mile in under 4 minutes with a time of 3 minutes, 59 seconds, and 4/10. Barely made it. All of a sudden, the belief factor, the mindset of all these other distance runners thought, you know what, if he did it, I can do it too. 46 days later, Roger Bannister's biggest competitor broke that record. He set a new world record and beat Roger Bannister's. 2 months later, Roger Bannister and that same person ran under 4 minutes again. They changed their mindset. They changed their perception. And they use that motivation that they get from each other to be able to make great things happen. It's all about mindset. Okay. There's another couple of pictures I'm going to show you here in just a second, but I got to set the stage here. March 31st. I am at my in-laws in Salt Lake City, where I work. The corporate office is in Idaho Falls, Idaho, which is where I live. But I was at my in-laws in Salt Lake City. It was late. I was really excited about it. I just got back from some meetings in California, and I was really excited about making some good things happen with Kyani. And watching each of you break rank. I texted a couple of people. One of them was Havea, and I was texting her and said, you are so close to Ruby. But another person I texted was Moana. The funniest thing. I texted her and said, Luana, you are 695 QB away from Emerald. Do you know this? And she texted back, la la la, we're at this wine tasting and cheese party, we're having a great time, and we're having so much fun, and this is the greatest thing. And then the next text, like I guess it registered that she was so close to reaching Emerald. She texted me back immediately and she says, what? Oh my gosh, I can't believe it. She's at this wine and cheese tasting party on Saturday night, and Melissa says that it was a networking opportunity. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, she was saying, Luana was saying they had some of the best Hawaiian chefs in all of Oahu there at this event. They were having a great time and wine, having a lot of fun. Yeah, whatever. Okay, now my phone with the clicker. I texted them this face. Oh, wait, that was Roger Bannister. I texted them that face. It's past midnight. I don't look great, but this is the face that I texted Luana. I said, "What? Are you kidding me?" Yeah. This is the text that I got back from them seconds later. Whatever. Are you kidding? Beth Casimiro was with the group. There was like 4 or 5 different people. Wonderful, beautiful ladies. They're having a great time that night. Guess what? Luana went home. She went to work. She made it happen. It became an emerald that night. Bev got her car qualified for her outing that night.
So you can have fun, you can do fire.
You guys can have fun, and you can have do kaiai, and you guys had your cake, and you definitely ate it as well. Congratulations to you ladies, and all the success that we've had this past month, in the month of March. It's just amazing, but it's all about mindset. They said, we're going to make this happen, we're going to do this, we're going to push, and we're going to make it happen. I want to show a little video, and I know I'm going to run over time, and I apologize, but I'm from corporate, so I think I can take another 30 to 45 seconds, maybe a little bit more. Sorry, Sherry, Melissa, you guys look after me.